Grenada, Grenada, the black man, thank you. Grenadians teach me my biggest lesson. I'm well on from them, I am sorry. But listen to the lessons Grenadians teach me. They teach me capital, social, or communism. It's the same gun with all of them on. And from the time you team up with them, like Grenada, you're straight on the losing end. My friend, to stay away from the you must have a nuclear weapon just to hold on to your reason. One time with a gun telling you to vote, one saying don't vote with a bomb on your throat. They're saving all the arms and ammo for me and selling the wheat for the enemy. Got to stay away from them ism. All them ism is just schism. From the time you team with one of them ism, the first thing they're talking about is protection. Double tax of people for your treasury. You got to maintain an efficient army. And too much pressure from the opposition. They could always rent your whole battalion. And when you get in excess of all the way, how much life it costs you could never say. No way, no way, no way. Got to stay away from them ism. All them ism is confusion. You must have a nuclear weapon just to hold on to your ism. Rescue mission to help Grenadian. Rescue mission to Afghanistan. Rescue mission go you all over, but no rescue mission to South Africa. Got to stay away from them ism. All them ism is just ism. Remember when Grenada had a ism that everybody say was mambo, so pressure. The other ism just take up some guns, and they had the whole mambo's back on the run. 4 years later the thing turned back round. It's the same mambo's doctrine preaching in town, and Grenadians keep suffering evermore. All the taxpayers' money going for war, and more war, and more war. But to stay away from them ism. All them ism is confusion. You must have a nuclear weapon just to hold on to your ism. They say how to keep sports and politics. Every 4 years they boycott an Olympics. And while we arguing about who good and who bad, them turn out the street and exchanging flags. Got to stay away from them ism. All them ism is just ism. The time is right now more than ever. For man to sit down and write the new order, where man would respect a man as a man, and a true color and superior weapon, where he must be But until that they come here, what I go do, and you too, but you stay away from them, listen. You must have a nuclear weapon. Just to hold on to your wafer. When you come for that one, you come for go. When you come for yes, the next one say no. And when we keep fighting away from war, we keep really getting going. Got to stay away from them, listen. All them is from is just kissing. Stay away, man.
Indeed, huh? Good night to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The rest of the Eastern Caribbean, wherever you're listening to this program. We say a special good night to each and every one of you. Hope that you're having a fabulous night tonight and have had a fabulous weekend. No, mine was nice and calm, yeah. Didn't even realize the weekend passed. Fussy pass fast and quiet. Good night to all of you joining us via the various mediums. Those of you joining us via We Noise Radio. Those of you on the YouTube and on the Facebook, that you all are having a fabulous night tonight. And Giza, I see you're in with us tonight. Good night to you, my brother. Yeah, I hope that you're having a wonderful one, man. Yeah. Mr. Handsome, good night to you. I know you're there listening.
We get back Mozambique so easy. Zimbabwe and Angola ready. And if it's one thing I sure know as ever, Namibia and South Africa round the corner. Yes, it's one bomb that drop on Hiroshima, and they get the whole of Japan to surrender. And in 200 years, red cloud on the reservation. But for 400 years, they still can't subdue African. The more Aryan they got down, it's the more Aryan we come. The more Africans that they kill, it's the more they still come in. They kill Kutu, they kill Toba, they kill Ashanti, they kill Watusi, they kill Beni, they kill Swahili.
Yeah, we're gonna go over the events, upcoming events in a little while. I know, for instance, this Friday there is the opening of the South St. George constituency office out there in housing scheme. That's right next to the bakery there, yeah? Mellows Bakery, yeah, right next to there. You can't miss it. The colors hitting you from the time you bend the corner, the colors hitting you.
Yes, they
They say the more NNP they run down, is the more NNP way come. The more NNPs that day, the more they see coming still like it.
won't surrender. And how come these same people want to tell me Africans today have no unity? But I know they may say I talk, they may say I'm bad. But one day Africa will be living under one flag. The more
NNP they run down,
if the more Africans wake up, the more warriors that they kill.
the more they see coming still. In Carriacou, Tivoli, Sanssouci, let's get into our ads and so before time run out on us tonight. And I know a lot of you want to be able to call in and so on. So let me just get that started. Yeah, let me get this thing here and get it started tonight because yeah, I know it does. Sometimes I find, by the time we check ourselves, time done, Yes.
To a fun-filled Easter egg hunt on Saturday, March 28, 2026 at Aubrey's Supermarket, Westerhall Point Gap, starting time 12 noon. Kids will love the exciting egg hunt, games, musical chairs, face painting, and sweet treats, plus the chance to find golden eggs with cash prizes inside. The egg hunt is just $10, so bring the entire family out for an afternoon of kids fun, laughter, and Easter excitement. For more information, call 473-406-1322 or 473-449-0369. It's the Easter egg hunt on Saturday, March 28, 2026 at Aubrey's Supermarket, Westerhall Point Gap, 12 noon. Be there.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500. And our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visual, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
For more information, contact WeNoiseTV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com. WeNoiseTV, the leading streaming provider. Anytime, anywhere, any screen. Access to your favorite HD contents with prices as low as ever. Choose from monthly, quarterly, or yearly payments. This worldwide service is flexible for you to keep up with all your favorite programs, shows, movies, and local programming from home no matter where you travel to. Worldwide TV channels right at your fingertips wherever you are. Latest in live sports, binge watch all your favorite TV shows, movies on demand, videos on demand. You can pause, rewind, fast forward anytime. Never miss 1 minute in entertainment important to you. No contracts, no added prices for sports or premium packages. We certainly don't have to pull tricks like cable and satellite companies. Our product speaks for itself and beyond. WeNoiseTV. We have everything like Netflix, Disney, Amazon. Watch your favorite movies, TV shows, and series with our services. With our service, you will get rid of all other subscriptions. For more information, contact WeNoiseTV at 929-445-4463, or you can email us at wenoisetv@gmail.com.
Get ready to level up your workout game with following fitness. Join renowned trainer Lincoln the Goose Jones for an electrifying fitness experience that includes aerobics, exercise, weight training, strength training, and much more. Join the fitness revolution at the Tag Team Netball Court and the Old Trafford playing field every Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Unleash your inner strength and groove to the beats of DJ Killer Sound while you sweat it out. Affordable pricing, just $65 per month or $30 per class. For more information, call 410-3711. Don't miss out on this chance to transform your fitness routine. Level up today with Follow Me Fitness.
Indeed, folks, and hope that, wait, I wonder, some people said I wasn't hearing me proper. I hope you all hearing me properly now, eh? Yeah, I hope that, I think I know what was happening there, so I hope that you all are hearing me properly now, or at least hearing me better now. Yeah, let me know. So I see I got 2 messages there. Sheldon, we're not hearing you clearly, it's like we're hearing you, but we're not hearing you through the microphone like we're hearing you elsewhere. You know, that microphone phony, you know, I might take it out and start to use the other mic I have. Yeah, because that microphone phony when you're ready. So let me see if you all, yes, you are sweating tonight. Yeah, I tell all you, I need to put AC. Yeah, but afraid now, especially where I know what coming up with Grenada just now. Yeah, folks, you definitely will be seeing an increase in your Grenada bill, and I know if, what, or but about it, you know. And no joke increase. We're talking some serious increases that coming there. Because the fuel, remember, you have the fuel charges and you have the non-fuel charges on your Grenada bill. What is going to be happening is that the fuel charges are going to be increasing. Yeah? They will be increasing due to what is happening right now in the Straits of Hormuz. What is happening there is going to negatively affect us here in the Caribbean. Because when the price of oil goes up, the price of oil goes up. Not the price of oil that's in the Straits of Hormuz. The price of oil worldwide goes up. And as such, the fuel cost on the electricity component of your bill goes up. And it means that as such, your bill goes up. And you may be seeing some significant increases. I don't want to go in percentage and tell you might be a 10, a 20, a 15% increase, a 5%. I don't want to go into that. But you will be seeing increases in the same way you saw significant increase in relation to the price of fuel. We are nearly guaranteed that by the 18th of next month, we will be seeing fuel at $17, which is where this government decided that they're going to cap it. Because remember, the New National Party had it capped at 15, and they said, well, why cap it when they could give you at less? Which was absolute nonsense. The cap was a protection for higher prices, not a safety guard to give you to give you higher prices when the prices are lower. It was a safeguard that said, if the price, by the time you calculate it, is going to be over $15, like the 17 they say they're going to cap it at, or the 15, 18 that it is right now, then the government would have stepped in, take the hit, and ensure that when you go to the pump, you only pay $15. But if the price was 13, when they calculate it, or 12, you pay a 12 or you pay a 13. You don't pay 15 and just pay 15 all the time. They know that, but they try to bamboozle you and fool you. They knew it. But of course, they had to act like they don't know that and try to bamboozle you. And now, they have taken that away from you. They have taken this away from you. And they're saying now they're going to do it at $17. They can speak about, oh, we changed the petrol tax from A to B and all kind of thing. At the end of the day, when you go to the pump, you are still going to be paying more than you were paying under the New National Party. And I say this to say that when we look around the world, I saw a friend of mine make a post yesterday where he said that the price of mackerel moved from $13 to $23, a $10 increase just within this month. I don't know how true it is because I don't really like the stuff, so I don't buy it. But that the price of mackerel, and remember that means, you know, mackerel is what a lot of people like for their Easter meal, their Good Friday meal and so on. It's sort of traditional, yeah, that you have your mackerel and that sort of thing. So how... My goodness, a lot of people are eating no mackerel for Good Friday this year. Not this year. Not at the cost that it is right now. If that is really the cost, it moved from $13 to $23, a $10 increase. Not over a year, you know. Not over several months. Within 1 month, in the month of March alone. And if that is mackerel, which I believe we shouldn't be buying anyway, because Grenada is an island, we're surrounded by fish. We even have fish in the river if you decide you want to eat that, but we're surrounded by fish. And we have crayfish in the river, you can eat that too. but we're surrounded by fish. There's no reason we should be importing fish. And again, you hear this government talk about factory to process fish and all sorts of things. And as usual with everything they say, it sounds nice and fanciful, but at the end of the day, is it practical to implement? And if it is practical to implement, what moves have you made to implement? On Friday, I played for you all where Andy Williams said that he got $1 million from the Indians. They're sending $1 million worth of equipment, which could have been used in that same fish processing, which could have been used in processing some other plants or so on into products. We hear nothing about it again until we hear that it changed from 1 million to 2 million. We're still waiting to see what is being done. Meanwhile, we importing mackerel. We importing it. Yeah? When we have so much different types of edible fish around us that we can be using, we're still importing that. And again, I always have to go back to the issue of Grenada. And this is why it was so important to reclaim Grenada for the Grenadian people. This is why it was so important to ensure that the Grenadian people had control of what was taking place in Grenada. Yeah? This administration, well, their political leader, he was the lawyer on behalf of those people that were trying to keep Grenada in a stranglehold. He was their lawyer, working on their behalf, not on your behalf, not on the Grenadian people's behalf, working on their behalf. And he says, well, he do a good job and he's proud of what he did. Very proud, working against the Grenadian people. And now that Grenada is back in government hands, as the main shareholder, there's a lot of room there for different things that can be done to improve the cost of electricity and the cost of production. We changed the law. I was still in the parliament. In fact, I'll pull the video for you. Not tonight, I'll pull the video and show all you. I have it. We changed the law in relation to Grenada to allow, to help businesses, if they want to put up their solar panels on their roof and say that is the electricity that they're using, so it could reduce their production costs. So when they come to the final price of an item, if the item used to cost them $10 to make the item, the price could go down to, let's say, $6. That they save $4 because electricity, they were able to save on electricity. And therefore they can sell that item that they may have decided we're going to sell that item for $15 or $18. They can decide, hey, we can be competitive and sell that item at $10 to be competitive with the other islands that are producing, that have lower cost of electricity and are sending their stuff into Grenada. And remember, due to Carriacou and all these things, they can send their stuff into Grenada and be competitive in Grenada. Meanwhile, the locals, because of what the cost of electricity was, were hamstrung. People were saying, why you don't have factories? That is the reason you didn't have factories. You didn't even have a say in setting the electricity cost. Now you have a say. Now you can say on the non-fuel charges that government is collecting, we are going to remove it or we are going to reduce it. Now they have the opportunity to do that. And we here on Talking Points will continue to call on the government to do just that. Because we know what is coming. I was listening to one of those news stations this morning. I don't listen to any news stations, believe me. Because 95% of what is on social media right now is nonsense. AI generated, opinionated, all sorts of things. So there's certain stations I listen to, verified, that have been around for decades, even before the social media period of time. And even them, I'm careful what I listen and how I perceive what they put out. And I was listening to a story of how European countries as well as Asian countries are preparing for what they know, not what they think might come, what they know for a fact is coming with the increase in cost of goods and services in their individual countries. In one country in Asia, I'm trying to remember, I don't think it was India, I can't remember if it was Pakistan or Bangladesh or one of them. But they have actually gone as far, and I'm not saying this is what we need to do in Grenada, but we need to put things in place that we can protect our people. Because in one of these countries, here's what they've done. They have actually cut civil servants' salary by 30% already. Because they're already feeling the effects of what is taking place in the Middle East. They say that what is taking place in the Middle East now is worse than what took place in the 1970s when they had the oil crisis back then. What is taking place now is worse than that. So they've taken the measure of cutting civil servant salaries by 30% and government officials' salary by 20%, which I believe is wicked. If you're cutting 30 for the civil servants, so they should cut 40 for all you. You understand? Yeah, you can't cut more on the civil servants than the people who are really working than on all you. They cut 20% for themselves and they cut 30 on the civil servants. Yeah? They have said things like, for instance, government vehicles are not allowed to go out as much as before. So only if absolutely necessary, a government vehicle will leave to go and do something. Because there's a cost incurred, wear and tear on the vehicle, there's the cost of the fuel that's going to be used and so on, which is becoming in scarce supply in some of those countries. And we here in Grenada have to understand that while, yes, the fuel may come from a different source, so we may not face the same challenges in relation to the amount that is supplied, maybe, because we know what's going on in Venezuela and things still. Maybe we may not. We are still going to face other challenges regarding the prices of the fuel. Yeah? And it's not just the gasoline for your vehicle or the kerosene or the diesel and so on. It's not just those. Remember, it's the oil as well for your vehicle. Yeah, the oil for your vehicle as well. And all the other products that come out of the petrochemical industry. Plastics come out of that. So you may find different items that are made that way. They are going to increase in price. Electronics, all different things are going to increase in price. And we have to be prepared for it. And our government needs to speak to us. Instead, they have spent the last 2 weeks speaking about Project Polaris. Something that instead of speaking of Project Polaris, they should have been speaking about national health insurance so that we, me and you, because I can't afford, me and you would have been able to afford to go in Project Polaris. We can't. We cannot. We can't afford to go in Project Polaris. You hear these people talking about plastic surgery and who want to come and do butt lift and all kind of thing. That's what they spoke about. And what they're putting in place there is not for the average poor Grenadian. It's not even for the middle class and the lower end Grenadian. It is for the high income earners here in Grenada and outside of Grenada who will be able to come and have a holistic something. And that's if it ever gets done. Because we're hearing phantom amounts that, yeah, phantom figures. Yeah? And obia mathematics. I like that one, eh? Yeah, phantom figures and obia mathematics. All of a sudden you're hearing all kind of weird thing about we had this amount of money and that amount of money. And I say obia because some money that they say they have, you just realize they ain't talking about it again. So all kind of thing you're hearing in relation to the funding and so. All kinds of stories. You're hearing one story today, then you're hearing another story tomorrow. You're hearing it's going to cost this amount, then you're hearing another story tomorrow. You're hearing we have secured this amount, then you're hearing another story tomorrow. So phantom figures and obia mathematics is what they are offering to the Grenadian people. And then they expect you to buy into it, but there's a political reason for it. They know. And you see, let me take it back to the late 1970s. They know that one of the things that the Grenada Revolution is remembered for, and will always be remembered for, is the Maurice Bishop International Airport. They know that. They know that the revolution will always be remembered for having done that particular project. That by the time the revolution imploded, it was nearing completion. It wasn't complete, but certain aspects of it were complete. Yeah, and a lot of work had to be done after the revolution, but it is still a project of the revolution. If you look at the New National Party of Dr. Keith Mitchell, you can look at several projects around Grenada and you can say this was done by a Keith Mitchell-led New National Party. You can look at the stadia, the two that was there before and the two that they now. He built 4. Them couldn't build 1. So he's done that. In Carriacou, you have a mini stadia. Yeah? You can say all of that was done by Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell leading a New National Party administration, but it could go further. And you can say if you stand in the town of St. George and you look any direction, you are looking at least 3 projects that Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and the New National Party did. You can look at the cruise ship port that was done with a lot of resistance from the same National Democratic Congress. A lot of resistance. Who was saying waves go come and hit there and wash out Grenada's beach, and we want to preserve Grenada's beach because all the sand go from Grenada's beach. So you can't go and put anything there. Those of us that know that that area is reclaimed, that there used to be sea, where Republic Bank is used to be the sea, where the mall is used to be the sea. We know that boats used to have to leave over on the Carriacou and over where they loading cement and wheat and all kind of thing, that the cruise ships used to have to wait to come in there when they don't have a boat loading wheat or cement or something, thus blowing on them tourists. We know that. Or the other option was they had to stay out to water, and one of those launches, the Osprey and them had a few of them, one of those launches had to go out and meet the boat. The people had to climb down on them, step on them on the side of the boat, get onto the launch, and then the launch would bring them ashore. When some people on the boat see that, they used to say, me ain't going. They're staying on the boat. They ain't coming off. Now they can just walk right off and walk straight in. Walk onto the jetty and walk straight into Grenada. Yeah, straight into the arms of waiting taxi drivers, tourist vendors, store owners, hustlers. They walk straight off the ship and they could come straight and meet. They had to wait for no tender to come out and meet them. That can be pointed to, and anybody who is being honest with themselves, and genuine to their own country, would be able to say that was done by Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell and the New National Party. Even if you speak about the fish markets around the island, going up the west coast in Grenville, in the town, those fish markets again were done by the New National Party. The secondary school that's in Wester Hall was done by who? Not the NDC, that was done by the New National Party administration. Doubt me, and I had the videos. Yeah, I have the video on it, Billin. So you can't doubt me when it comes to these things. And there are so many other projects. The ministerial complex itself, the education complex, all of those projects of the New National Party. When they came in 1995, and you have Ministry of Education over on Yonge Street, Ministry of Sports and Culture was on the Carriacou, up in, I think, Ross Building there. Yeah, I can't even remember where Ministry of Health was. So one ministry here, one ministry there, one ministry another place. And the NNP came in 1995 and said, this is unsustainable. You cannot have your ministries, you're renting place here, you're renting place there, the old drill yard, education over there, this one over so. You cannot be doing that. You have to bring everything under one roof and build the ministerial complex. That was Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell. So this group of individuals find time running out on them. They only have a couple weeks. I didn't notice what I say, not months, not years, a couple weeks. So they had to be able to show people and say, we're going and do that, we're going and do that, we're going and do that. Because they promised the Grenadian people several things and they have not kept their promise. They promised 500 houses per year. I will leave it at per year, although we heard at one point they said 500 per constituency per year. Then in another time we hear 500 per year. So we will leave out the constituent because we know they was just talking Gubara at that point in time. Total nonsense. Yeah? Total nonsense. Are you seeing these 500 houses? They have a thing called Project 500 that they go and they build some sample houses that they are hoping that at least 17 people will get at the most before the end of the year. And they ain't even sure if they'll be able to get that amount out. But sample houses that they built up in Dunfermline. And there's another story behind that we will get to one of these nights. Yeah, there's another story behind that, believe me. So now you see they come and they're talking about we building hospital, because they know that when they have done their assessment of their candidates, they have been weighed, they have been measured, and they are found to be woefully wanting. And as such, the people in their individual constituencies don't want to see them. But when they did that poll as well, because they want people to talk, when they did that poll as well, one of the things that was said there is that the issue of healthcare is paramount in the minds of Grenadians. A Grenadian wants to know that if they get sick today, that they can go in the general hospital and there is a chance for survival. That they don't have to sell their property to try and pay the hospital bill. They want to know that there is health care for them. So they have focused because they wanted to announce the election Friday, as we know, and they couldn't announce it because they realize NNP ready and just waiting on them. Yes, NNP is ready and waiting. Try us. You go find out. Ring that bell. You crack like the Liberty Bell. Ring it. So they know that they need something big. A bait to send out to see which fish they can catch. And the hospital that they keep talking about now, and you would realize they've even created new programs to bring the Minister of Health to come and talk. The same Minister of Health that tell us the NDC government has been a failure for the majority of time that they have been there on the issue of health care. So they want the discussion to be on Project 500. They don't want that discussion because that has been an abject failure. They have failed when it comes to Project 500. So they don't want to have that discussion with you. They're trying to keep that one down. They don't want people to start talking about those things. That's one. And then, due to their inability to do the right things, due to the corrupt nature in which they have been operating, because they could threaten who they want to threaten, they could say what they want to say. This NDC government is the most corrupt that has ever been in office here in Grenada. If it's not some kind of story with cement, it's some kind of story with gravel and concrete. If it's not some story with lotto, it's some story with something or the other. It's just one after the other. Not just the lies, but the corruption that's surrounding the lies, and none of them are putting themselves forward to be held accountable. When Lacret opened him out, what did Lacret get? Lacret get booted out. We hearing that Kim, yeah, the one who was the PS in health, that she was being asked to do certain things, and she refused to do the certain things that may have been, how can I put it, unethical. And that is the reason she was demoted and kicked out. That is what Tom tell me today. That they was asking her to do things that were unethical that she refused to do. No, my friend. That is why I hear. That is why I say. So I buy, so I sell. You want a receipt? Sell it. But these individuals, they spoke and they accused everybody of corruption. But you have government ministers going and complain that contractors ain't giving them the cut. Yes, you have government ministers, MPs on the government side, who are complaining that contractor so and so get the contract to do they. And you must understand some of them contractors does tape all you. Just understand that. Some of them contractors does tape all you when all you're talking. Because they want to get vexed when they don't get it cut. They little 5% and 10% on the side of the $90-something thousand contract or the $80-something thousand contract. The little 10% that they had to get, they ain't getting it and they vex. Those who are holding clandestine meetings in the south of the island to collect the envelope and to bring it and wash in a certain establishment and feel nobody don't know that all your washing money in a certain establishment in the south of the island. So school children tell me, look into our establishment in the south of the island that certain individuals are seen going into and coming out of because they're washing money through there. That is what school children tell me. School children also tell me that some of them playing smart because now they have property in Edgemont. Edgemont, you know. They have their property in Edgemont. And school children want to know how these people were able to afford them property in Edgemont. No name, no warrant. They say one of them went as far as to put the property under his sister's name. But if you check the financials and the employment record of the sister, there is no possible way on God's earth that she can afford that property. So where the money come out? But you see, we no longer have an FIU. We don't have an FIU here again. Yeah? Right now, FIU stand for Friends in the Unit. Yeah? Friends in Unit. That's what it stands for. We don't have an FIU in Grenada again that is competent and capable and people supposed to be saying, I have trust in the FIU. We don't have that again. You have the Integrity Commission and people are putting forward documentation to the Integrity Commission saying, hey, this has happened. That has happened. These are the documents. And you ain't even getting a reply. You're doing the same thing to the Financial Intelligence Unit. You are bringing documentation into them. Saying, hey, this person is corrupt. They have unexplained wealth. Could you kindly do an investigation? Maybe the wealth could be explained, but it must be investigated for it to be explained. Nothing happening. They're saying things happening, real things happening in the background. But to investigate it, nothing happening. And these are the same people that are going to be coming to your doors. Some of them coming to your doors already. Don't come in front of mine. I'm going to embarrass all you. Don't come. Don't come. Because I know the plan. All you want to come to snap picture, to say, oh look, all you was talking to sheldon. Don't come in my yard. Don't come. Right? The dog bad. Don't come. The dog bad. And I ain't getting no rabies shot. So if you're yakking strange and fraud, you might have rabies. Don't come in the yard. You'll get bite. Yeah? Nice. Folks, we open the phone lines 14734407377. That's the number for you to get on the inside. You look at Barbados. The Prime Minister of Barbados has announced several measures to protect the Bajan people due to what she knows is coming. She knows that there's a cost of living crisis coming. So she has put several things in place to protect the Bajan people. Yeah? Back in 2007, when the initial signs of that world economic crisis was showing, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell, as Prime Minister of Grenada, called his Carriacou colleagues and said, yo, this thing coming, we had to prepare. Let us get together and brainstorm. We have to protect ourselves. What we're doing in relation to, for instance, food, to protect our people. And he was able to get the Carriacou heads to come together to speak on that issue and to deal with that issue. Then in 2008 he wasn't there, but nobody can follow up. We have a caller. Hi, good night. How you doing?
So bad, man. How's your day?
What's great, man. Just boy, what?
Yes.
Today was eyeline. Today was hot.
Yeah, you got a lot today, but
I
I
feel
enjoy it today.
I feel the dry season today, brother. I really feel the dry season today.
Yeah, nice, nice, man. The weather is not that bad in terms of the heat down by where I'm walking down there. Because I'm on site here, so maybe I don't want to feel it much.
Now I was out and
When I,
about
you
today.
know,
I get it. I'll get it.
yeah, but I want to say good night to my candidates, Miss Mayana Charles,
Yes, man.
and I want to say good night to, yeah, good night to Dr. Modest. Now, to all my political leader, Mr. Emlyn Pierre, good night to you. And Sheldon,
Yes, sir.
these people, these people think they're bright. They feel they're bright. I was listening to a partner today, he come my house and work in the States. And I was saying to me, boss, let me tell you something. He said, Polaris, the project that they're looking to open in Grenada. He said, this project is under investigation in America. I said, true. I said, well, the government said they get funding and they want to build. He said, that is a scam. You want to just see the good bright Grenadian because you see, they promise someone things to do and they don't do them. Understand? Even if you talk about the 500 houses that they build in every constituency and not one way.
Boss, you remember?
You understand?
Remember this, eh? All those houses that were built by the Chinese was locked down. It's when I came on this program and I start to play everything Deacon and Miss Mitchell say when he want to become Prime Minister. When he talk all about how them house and them just has security and they empty and all kind of thing. It is when Talking Points, this program, start to talk and expose them for the hypocrites they are, that they rush and go and do what they do now and give the houses to their friends and so on to say that the houses are occupied. So it's not the first thing with housing that they come and they do stupidness. Well, come on, you're talking of a population that is mostly young in Grenada. Housing is of great importance to them. You're speaking about Project 500. The Chinese have an obligation to build at least 1,000 more houses in Grenada, if I'm remembering correctly. My figures going correctly. At least 1,000 more that they have to build in Grenada. Well, Grenada, Carriacou, Martinique. You ain't engage the Chinese to try to get them to do that, even if you want to do your Project 500. But they promised, that was a promise from the Chinese since Hurricane Ivan, that they would do it. No negotiation. No, it's going to take NNP to come back to get it done because only NNP could get it done.
But that's what the brother said to me today. He said, let me tell you, NNP has done a lot for Grenada. He said, they're lying for the people in the diaspora and telling people all kind of lies. And people in the diaspora, some of them believe it. We say, come here and see these eyes. Some of all this money that they have before, that they got. Where does this money gone? Who they go to? It's about business scam and say,
hold on, brother, for some reason you've gone kind of mumbly, like you put the phone in your lap and talking. Hold it up. Nice.
Yeah. You hear me now?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Right. What he said is that where is all the money first that the government got when he came into office? Where is all the money? Plus they sell passport, they sell this, they sell that. They get money abroad. They say, you don't tell me they say, I know, you know that. You know the fact that they got money. Where all this money gone? And so now you're coming on like for the Grenadian people now, make them feel that you're building a new hospital. You buy how many land, making them feel you're building a new hospital. And then you just go out on side. Because he said the hospital in America is under investigation. The same sort of corruption. And he said the same sort of corruption.
Remember, Mount Sinai, one of the key people in relation to Mount Sinai has now been tied to the Epstein files.
Yes.
Yeah, and we do not know if that is the same person. I know why I was saying it this way. We do not know if that is the same person that has been guiding the work here in Grenada. But we know that that person has appeared, not in a positive light, in the Epstein files.
So, you already asked us, he said to us, get ready and vote for this government. Because if you only them there for another 5 years, it's going to be worse for you all. He said his government don't speaking truth to the Grenadian people, they're lying for them. And he found out that Because it's same in America. And we want to know what Grenada is in the country, Grenada. He said Grenada don't belongs to America, don't belongs to me. I live in there, but Grenada belongs to me. And I want to know what's going on this little block. And this little Amarak. You know? So the man said, came and he wanted to know what really taking place. When he heard what taking place, couldn't believe. And that, you know, and they giving them good information up there, that thing's so nice, thing's so great.
You wanna hear something, brother? I usually do something every morning. There's certain areas I pass every morning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since I've been back fully on island in December, those areas have some serious pothole. When I tell you them pothole deeper, brother, if you're walking and your foot go down in the pothole, you're going to twist your ankle and end up in a cast. When I left the island early in last year, them potholes was already there. All of a sudden, them potholes get full this week, over the weekend.
I saw that.
You know why the potholes get filled?
But yeah, because the election is about to come.
Feeling something, election coming. So they run now and they trying to. But here's the thing: how they fill the potholes now? They fill it with coal mix. So the first heavy shower of rain that comes down, all the potholes going to return. But they don't care because they're hoping to call the elections before the rains come. Which is why, because I was shocked today to hear of some people that saying they are New National Party supporters, they want to vote for the New National Party, but they ain't registered or not sure if they're registered. And I say, well, no, we have to be joking. There's serious business we in here right now. They say, no, man,
that's the step once you get serious, and get them out. You see, because if you leave this man and them, the Grenada will just go down return. See, so, you say, man, you say, you're ready. I say, a long time, man. I say, I'm ready to vote already. You see, man, I'm telling you, they vote them out. And he said, let the people know what's going on in the country. And he said, first of all, a lot of Grenadians are not speaking out. They've been silent. You don't want this government maybe put something in the truth, to block the truth, that they can speak. But I tell them, I'm speaking anywhere I go. Anywhere I go about from the party.
That is what has to happen. People have to understand that what they're going to do you. What really and truly, think about it for a few minutes. What can they really do you? Are you afraid these half manger pop-out individuals and them it have that threatening? Are you afraid them? That is what you're afraid? My goodness, well, all you believe in God? If all you're afraid them, all you believe in God and afraid these people.
If you fear man, if God tell you don't fear man, I say put the trust in man and you fear man. Man, as you rightfully say, that is not God. God is supposed to fear.
You can't believe in God and afraid these people. You can't say you are Christian. You can't say you believe in the Most High and you afraid these people. These people is not people to be afraid of. They are not people to be. They afraid you more than you may be afraid them. They afraid you more than
they think they will lose their job. They will victimize them and lose their job. So they're scared of when they're speaking out. But me, not me. Miss Michael Duncan, I'm speaking anywhere I go for my party.
You might lose the job.
You
might lose the job for the $2,000, but God will give you one for $6,000.
Oh, you mean?
Just understand that is how things does operate. You go lose the one for $2,000, but you will get one for $6,000. It might take a little while. You might have to be like Job and be patient. You have to go through a little bit first, but the better is coming with the New National Party.
Absolutely. And God tell you that you have to stand up for what is right. Those men doing stupidness in the country, they TP, they do that kind of thing, and you come tell me about your faith to speak. That's your country. Not this Duncan. I ban me John and speaking. Once wrong is wrong.
Well, you know it's a Duncan by Carriacou Duncan.
Okay. If I can speak about what is wrong in this country, then I could never be a child of God. Because God said me, expose certain things. Expose them. That's why God, that's what Jesus gave him. He came to set man free, but he came to expose them in the place. Yeah. So, brother, I just want to call me NNP people. Let's get serious. And those who are doing register, get registered.
All
Because
right.
you can't go to college, you call election very soon.
Boss,
You
they
see, South
fixing,
Africa,
they
we are
fixing all pothole. They ain't waiting for them
All time
pothole to
pothole.
come back. You feel they're waiting for the pothole to come back before they call election. Next thing you go in to vote and your vehicle go down in a pothole, buguduk, buguduk. They know what's going to happen. They're fixing all of them now.
He told me today that he tell me two companies coming from Trinidad to do some work in Grenada too. But I understand they come in their own, they come in their people.
I would not doubt that that might be taking place. What I know for a fact is that you have Reno here out of St. Lucia, that
Right,
every
yes,
interview you
yes,
hear
yes,
the Prime
yes.
Minister speaking, you hear the Prime Minister mentioning Reno, Reno, Reno.
Yeah.
What I know with Reno is, while they are a construction company, I have heard of election involvement. In fact, I have seen election involvement by that very same company, and some of the individuals are the key individuals in elections. So just know, when the Prime Minister continually mentioning Reno, 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 just know that there's something else with that. Me afraid none of them. None. I don't care who it is. They could feel they are the biggest, baddest set of fellas around them that they could send and do what? I ain't afraid none. I'm moving with God.
Well, you can't fret, man. Can't fret, man.
I'm saying it as it is.
That's me.
All right.
But you don't tell me already, boy, don't can know anywhere you're going in trouble. I say that's me as a strong MP, as a banning MP.
Not getting trouble, you're
And
speaking
everybody know
facts.
that.
You're speaking facts. So they
That's
can't deal
correct.
with, they can't deal with that. You see,
And they can't do that.
over the weekend I saw them attempting to try and flip the script. So I played where Andy Williams said they were getting money, and then he said they're getting double the money. Over the weekend, I see some of them misfits and wannabes trying to flip the script and try to say NNP to get money for this and what happened to that money and NNP. They must come and put it on my page. That's where they must put it. Don't put it. I ain't going on their page and take it. They must come on my page and try and put it. That's what they must do.
And now, you know, Sheldon Jobifago, they say NNP is a corrupt party. Eh? Dr. Michel Thief, he do this, he do this. You know what he do? You come into power. You come in power, you say you have all the plaster also. You take care of everything. And you come and thief now. When I tell one, I say, and you promise that they thieving money now. They go in the bank, in the bank and take money. They don't, which are they supposed to do? When they are in the development bank. That's not thief. Well, you say that's not thief. You give them that. And they have to pay back. I said, when they pay back, when I said that's thief. So if you come and Dr. Mitchell for wrongdoing, and you come in and do that, so let me have a good night, brother.
Thank you very
and
much.
I just encourage my NLP people. Let us get serious.
All right, my brother.
It's time that we get serious. Those who don't register, get ready to get registered. And I vote on this government. It's time for them to go.
Okay.
Have a good night, my brother.
Good night. 14734407377. That's 14734407377. That is the number for you to call and get onto the inside. Pothole pavement, like what? We've got a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, Nats, and how are you doing today, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm extremely hot, but I'm good. I shouldn't have on this thing underneath my shirt. I want a vest under the shirt, but I better have, watch water in my hand. Yeah, go right ahead, man.
You're hot like after, well, you're hot like how we gonna be jumping up all around time now, so in the next few weeks.
Yeah. All this time, so the amount of seats don't come in already, the celebration time,
Man, sleeping.
I want my hot ginger tea to drink because I ain't drinking alcohol, but I got my hot ginger tea to drink and they are good, man.
Why shall that? But yesterday, oh my goodness, you missed something. If you're planning to come, you missed something. I don't usually tell people they missed something because everybody who were there was supposed to be there, but you missed something at Agape River Road campus yesterday.
Let me correct your pronunciation. Agape.
Agape, yes.
Agape.
Watch me. That worship was on fire. And guess what was the highlight of the day?
The highlight of the day? You went on the pulpit?
No, the political leader was in an element. But I love to see when people enjoy themselves, especially in the presence of the Lord, and especially when it's like the youth from the new national party, they came together. And when you look in the crowd, I don't know how to explain this, right? But when you looked in the crowd, you didn't know who was NNP, you don't know who were church members, everybody were dancing in one, and that's how it is supposed to be. There's not supposed to be any polarity. I feel the polarity might come when you go into that booth for yourself and you vote for who you really want to vote, but I'm still telling people to vote the NNP right now. But the thing is, I saw Amanda, I saw the other executives, everybody was just having a jolly good time. And that word that Brother Rashe preached, Bishop Rashe preached, it was for the moment. And Sheldon, I just want to encourage the new National Party supporters, whether young, old, or even in between like yourself. I would like them to go out there, get registered, and don't just get registered, but encourage your friends to get registered. The persons who are turning 18, especially if you know some of them are turning 18 before August. That's my prediction. I'll encourage them to go get registered. And Sheldon, I would like you to maybe explain in one of your programs the process for being registered so that the people who don't know, they can learn more from it. Thank you so very much.
Yes, no problem at all, my brother. Yes, folks, and we will do a program on that. As I said, I have been speaking with a lawyer who will be doing some sessions with me on the electoral law. Although, like, I played the lawyer last week, and I was giving you all the information I was giving all is correct. And let me tell you all something. Fine at $25, go to the government printery and get a copy of your constitution. There are people that are trying to go against what is in that document. That document is the highest law in the land. You could go in parliament and create whatever law you want. Government ministers could go and pass whatever SRO and so they want to pass. But the law of the land is the constitution. Every Grenadian household is supposed to have two things: a Bible or a Quran or whatever other religious book you use, and a constitution. My personal belief, they should be teaching the constitution in secondary school, even primary school. You should be getting the basics in primary school and you should be getting the full thing in secondary school. The Constitution of Grenada. So that you know and you understand what are your rights and privileges as a Grenadian. And when you know and understand that, you will not allow anybody, no man, no woman, no political organization will ever be able to come and fool you or come and take away your rights from you, because you know what your rights are. The government printed the last time I saw the prices was $25 for one. If you can't do that, you're computer savvy, it's online, there's a PDF of it. You can do a search and find the Constitution of Grenada PDF and you could download it and save it. You want to save it on your phone, your tablet, your computer, your desktop, whatever it is, do that. But get a copy of the Constitution of Grenada and read it. Don't just have it, read it. If you don't understand something in it, ask somebody who would know. But read it. Because when I hear this thing about grandfather, I say, I don't know. I know my constitution. I read my constitution. Nonsense. Come tell me about people who grandfather is Grenadian could just read. We love you. We love you. We consider you. But there's a process. You can't just come and do it like that. Because there are individuals out there who have ulterior motives. And I'm not speaking about the supervisor of election. Let me make it absolutely clear. I'm not speaking about him. But there are others out there with ulterior motives. Which is why they had 4 years to fix the computer system that has been outdated since before the last election. And then we put everything in place just to do it. But you say if you go and do it that close to the election, it might cause a problem. So it's better to do it right after the election. So the funding, the money was already secured for it. to go and get a new computer system, a new election registration system for Grenada. This government come in and they find, nah boy, we like the one that is working properly. We go be able to do what we want to do with that particular one in the back end. Yeah? Because the company do exist again. Remember, as the last NDC brought that system in, not NNP. The last NDC find a company and bring that system in, when they brought in electronic registration. They brought it in. It existed for a few years, and now the company that put that together and say, well, okay, we're giving this to Grenada, that company do exist again. So what are you still doing with it? You had 4 years to change it. You can't go and change it now. We had to go with it. But it needed to be changed, and it needed to be said that it needed to be changed, because you had people in Carriacou that was accusing NNP of bringing people from Union Island and registering them to vote. But if you go and you check, you realize who was the person talking, saying NNP doing that is them that was doing it. They were the ones that were going to get Union Island people to do different things in Carriacou. You can't tell me I lie, because I have witnesses. I have the people from Union Island who vex with you because you went up there and what you did there, they vex with you. Sue me and find out. You found out. In fact, not all you. We have a caller on the line. Let's go to the phone line. Hello, good night. Hello, good night.
Yeah, good night, Sheldon. How are you doing?
Well, I'm just about to hang up, Right ahead, caller. You're live.
I see somebody fan to a 12 technology fan. Sheldon, in 2018, we had a slogan. We can't see them, we can't see them. And one before then, we want to move. Right? And one was supposed. Sheldon, I can't see them. I move. And nobody going to stop me from speaking out on the weakness that is taking place in Carriacou and Peter Martinique. The way the government is treating the poor people in Carriacou and Peter Martinique. I can't stay quiet. I have to talk. About it. Because one of the things that Christ said in his word, we have to love our neighbors, love ourselves. We have to love our neighbors, love ourselves. And when we see things going on, yes, it's affecting us. What the government doing? How could we stay quiet? Especially when we, as Christian people, see the injustice that this government is doing to the poor people going to Carriacou and Peter Martinique. How could I stay quiet? Sheldon, I have to talk. I don't care what anybody say. I have to talk about the injustice that is taking place in Great Carriacou and Peter Martinique. Look, the people that get house, they get a key. They buy some of the furniture to go in the house. Government took about the key from them. They took about the key from them. And what they did, they tell them people now they are to go in the bank to get a loan. Sheldon, the people that were in the house, is poor and ordinary people. You tell them go in the bank and get a loan of $50,000, $77,000 for the 2 room and the 1 room. Why are these people getting that money? Automatically, while they are saying to them, you are not qualified to poor to stay in the house. But this government, they are a wicked government, and they need to go. According upon the young people, you deserve better. You deserve a leader. You deserve a party that cares about you. A party that will bring transformation to you. A party that will make the environment right for you to get work, to benefit you. A party that they know how to build homes, build houses or apartments for you to stay. Because when concerning to do houses, Brother Sheldon, remember the incident that happened with in 2008 with the Minister of Housing, Glenwell. What I said to the Chinese, take back a 1,000 house and give us the money. But Chinese say, okay, if I add 2001, then we take back one. Then you end up getting nothing. Who end up had to get back is when NP came back in governance. They get back the house that the NDC give back. Because the NP care about people living in good condition. And I would say to the young people, the seniors, call the election, vote for the party that you could smile. Vote for a party that could make you feel comfortable. Vote for the party that could be stability and safety for you when you're down sleeping home, when you travel. You have to fear about people kidnapping you. Because all kind of things happen. Hurricane a mess. Everything in a mess. What the government doing? Nothing. Shall I want to say last thing? Building a big house in not a proper home. When we get a proper home, when you have a family live in peace, love and unity, and have the facilities there. The hospital need medication. No medication. Same thing that is what happened in NDC in 2008, 2000, the same thing come back happening, and it is even worse, Sheldon. NDC need to go for any. So when NDP came back, yes, the road may be tough, rough, and rugged, but NDP know how to solve problem. NDP know the party that create problem, they solve problem, and bring a smile upon the people going to compete about the face. Sheldon, have a blessing.
All right, thank you. Yes, indeed. 14734407377. Yeah, Peter. Good night to you, bro. 14734407377. Let me touch a little tune there, man. Let me touch a little tune. We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hey Sheldon, how are you?
Hey, I'm quite fine. How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing very fine.
All right.
I just called to encourage the people of Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Macmeek that at this time the only option is the new National Party. This is not the new National Party as we have known it before. This is the new and improved, the new revamped, the new revived National Party. Stay focused, get registered, get yourself in gear and prepare yourself for voting time. We're voting the new National Party.
All right. Thank you very much, caller.
You're welcome.
Yes, indeed, folks. Yes, man. You heard the caller. We voting the NN. It's nothing else. We ain't voting nothing else.
Don't buy you Raya Patla, and I'm feeling something. Election coming.
We've got a call online. Hello, good night.
Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, caller. How are you doing?
Doing good.
All right, go right ahead.
You know what I have to say tonight? We NNP who have us in that situation today. Those of us who go and vote for the NDC, because we know it's only when NNP vote for NDC, let's put them in power. So we give them a chance, and right now we're in a mess. Because the Prime Minister could stand up and say, the only how the other side get in, because we don't know them. He don't recognize you all vote. You don't appreciate the NNP vote. So NNP think about it and come back to the new National Party. This administration too ungrateful. And matter of fact, they shame all of them who put an X for them. Throw them under the bus. Right now, you don't need all you anymore. Come back to the new National Party. There is where we belong. So those who give them the vote have to take the brunt of what's going on now. And I'm serious about it because they didn't think. They come with false promises and we run for it. And now we're getting a backlash. We are going down. We're not sinking fast under this new national, under the NDC. And the declination administration. And we have to realize that is what they're doing. They're only thinking about themselves and them own. Because if a prime minister could say that, what do you think? A man of that standard going to be saying the only how the other side get in is because we don't know them? We are not recognized. Everybody paying tax in this country. Everybody paying tax. But therefore we are not recognized because we put them there. Because we think they would have done better. We're going on and we're going on real fast. It's a Scott good night. And NNP, think about he come back. This man embarrass you big time. So we're coming back to where we belong, the NNP party. Good night.
All right, my lord. Thank you. And folks, remember something, huh? And remember something.
As me.
Then they go on to build hospital, yeah, if they win the election, yeah. They win no election, so you think I know when they win the election, yeah?
Done.
Some weird stuff just happening with my computer, all sorts of things just opening and changing around and all sorts of things. So if the program cuts off, it is not being willfully done, something is going on with the computer. It is my hands here and things just moving on the screen. Believe me. All kind of things just going left, right, all kind of things happening on the screen there right now, yeah.
They don't worry about them potholes.
And we have a call online. Hello, good night.
Good night, Mr. Scott. How you doing, sir?
I'm quite fine. How are you doing?
Everything good, man. Everything good, man.
All right. Hey, I find I know that voice, boy. That voice sounds like it coming from up north, man.
Yes. I want to pick up my Carriacou pass here. Yeah, man. I want to say special good night to Mr. Nolan Cox. We full 100 supporting.
A good genuine brother. A good genuine
yeah, man.
brother.
And
yeah.
he's a well respected man around, and everybody, is Mr. Cox. And even before politics, Mr. Cox was involved in many things before politics, and he's a genuine soul, and I know you will do great things for Carriacou and Petit Martinique and Grenada and a whole. So we want to say, Mr. Cox, big up yourself. The team is with you, and we're ready for that day, and to bring back some kind of stability into this country, because what we have now is, trust me, I don't want to use the word, but it's garbage. It's the worst thing I ever seen in my whole entire life. I've been around for a little while, and
I'm laughing by serious business here with this thing, boy. What?
Yeah. And I mean, I've been around for a little bit, and I've seen government come, government go, and seeing the first NDC as a little youth man growing up, 1990 to 95, 2008, 2013, and the NDC now. And I could tell you, this is the worst NDC government ever in the history of Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique that ever come a show. We say Hurricane Beryl was bad. I ain't think Beryl have nothing on NDC government right now. This is the worst, and I ain't just saying it because I want to say this. Everywhere you go, everybody you speak to, even their own supporters. I mean, I have a lot of NDC friends, and I speak to them every day.
They're despondent. They're upset with their own organization.
They're upset. And the guys and them telling me, boss, we don't support NNP, but when all you in power, we get things done. Money spent. I have a lot of friends who they in the fishing in the industry, and them guys telling me this is the worst they ever see. And since this government come into power, and them help them to come into power, and their business sink. And I always tell people, NDC is not for the poor people. This party is for the upper class people. This is not to help the poor class to come up. It's about themselves and about their rich friends. And I am urging Grenadians, please be focused. Grenada is not about NNP or NDC, but it's our future, our children, our great-grand, to come. And let us do the right thing, Let us vote for someone that will take Grenada to a higher heights, not because you're like a man and based on, you think you vote for. Nah, let us vote for somebody that can bring Grenada to where it's supposed to be. And what we have right now I cannot see myself in the next 5 years, going forward with this. And I can tell you, I am feeling the change, Sheldon. Trust me. I am feeling something coming, and I know for a fact, after the elections, Mrs. Pierre will be the first female prime minister in Grenada, Carriacou, and Pretty. Who ain't like it? That's their business, but that's just facts and reality. Mrs. Pierre, the whole NNP team, big up all your whole self. Team NNP, we there, we ready, we outside. So yeah, Sheldon, you're doing a great job. Continue doing the great your good works, and we always love tuning in. And the people of Carriacou and PT Martinique, stay strong, stay focused. Better days are coming. Better days are coming. Just hold the faith a little while longer. Change will happen. So just hold it. We are there. We're working, and we will get the job done.
Yes,
so Sheldon, have a good night.
Thank you so very much, my brother. Good to be hearing from Carriacou.
Yes, man.
Right.
Yes, man.
Yes,
yes.
Man. Blessings. You
All right. Blessings. Yes, man.
And since we talking tongue, when the campaigners comes around.
Folks, the weirdest thing is happening. On my machine that I'm streaming the program from, things are just opening, closing. It's like somebody's attempting to shut the program off. And I don't know if it's that they're not finding how to do it, but they're trying their very best to shut the program off. So if the program goes offline, know that somebody's into that machine. It's not me, but somebody playing around in that machine right now. It's just things just dancing around in that machine right now. Yeah. So if it goes off, just know exactly what is going on, the opening thing, the closing thing, all sorts of things taking place there. So if the program goes off, please understand what has taken place. We're gonna have to change that machine off because, yeah, that machine will have to change definitely because what is taking place there ought not to be taking place. And just for my tech guy, let me make sure I get a little, let me make sure I get a little what is taking place there for my tech guy so he would know what is taking place there. Yes, indeed.
God, if we win the election, we are going to look after the ground.
And you see, as soon as I say that, it stops. As soon as I start to videotape, it stops. So the person, whoever is doing that, is listening to the program as well. Eh? We have a call online. Hello, good night.
Hey, Brother Sheldon, good evening, sir.
How you doing, sir?
I'm all right, my brother. I'm all right.
Are they fighting up with somebody like they hack into my system, man?
You know, in every system, every situation, there's going to be negatives and there's going to be a serious fight, right? And I realize that it took a long time to do that, right?
Yeah.
So they are working and working hard. We know there are some technical guys, you know. Don't forget. They have some technical guys because remember
as soon as I say I'm taping it, it stopped.
Yeah, right.
So
they don't want to say that. No, that's all right. They don't want to play with clips and so on. You know, they don't want to bring out the clips. But listen, don't forget here. Just a short call. Don't forget we have to deal with the shrimp and the chicken farm thing.
I forget that. I know when I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I forget that.
Yeah.
I'm putting my stuff together. So the thing is, I couldn't find the one on the chicken farm. I know I have it in a program. I could just play the program. But I prefer to play it direct. Now I have the file, but it's where I have the file. That's the thing. I mislabeled it. But I'll find it.
Well, up to today, I was looking. I think the one that you played lately was the one just before Carnival, you know, around August, July, August. So
I know the file is there. I know the file is there, but it's to find the file. That's the problem I'm having.
Right.
To find the file.
Right. So my point is that we have an undisputable team, right? That team, you know, the people, some of these opposing people didn't realize that Dr. Mitchell would have really stepped aside, you know, And so as a result of that, now they're looking for all kind of things to say and to do. But guess what? That'll be, that's in the negative. They can't find nothing because that team that we have there, the 15 candidates that we have, they are persons of real good integrity, in public life. I mean, they can point any finger at any of them, but if you look at their team, those that they have, I'm not sure if they have all the 15, but what they have so far, I mean, they're all persons who dabble in all kind of questionable things. We've been asking questions, we've been asking for answers, and
Pastor,
we're not getting it.
Here's one of the problems that they've been having. They have been approaching various people to become candidates on their behalf. The people see the licks that come in and the people refusing. And the people also do not, they're not telling them that to the face, but they're saying it outside. They do not want to be associated with what the NDC has become. Some of them is not that they support NNP or anything. They support the NDC, supported the NDC, but they do not want to be associated with what the NDC has become. They don't want to be associated with that. So they've been approaching different people to become candidates, and these people telling them straight, I ain't interested.
I gave a guy a ride the other morning, and surprisingly, this guy, because he's such a hardcore NDC, and you know what he said? He said, Pastor, boy Jenny is a prophet, and he just talking, He said, I never like these people anymore, but what they told the Prime Minister, and he said the fact that he had fired Mr. Lacrette for the same accusation and the concern of the minister at the time is the same thing that ended up coming wrong and haunting him, the Prime Minister. So he said that he and other of his supporters are ashamed to hear what was put out. They denied that took place. They denied it, and look what happened today. Well, I said to him, well, look out. There might be a statement by the Prime Minister on this matter. And you know what the guy said? He said, no, not Dick. Dick didn't answer. He didn't say nothing about that. I said, but why? He said he just not a person that want to face those issues. You see? So the people, they know for sure that the things that we've been saying, yourself, Mr. Pierre, Andre, Santi, Jenny, the principal, everybody who was as a podster, having the programs are saying these things based on the findings, based on what you all research, right? Anything you want to know, just go on Google too and you find them. You see? So, they have some serious arrows pointing to them. That Polaris thing, that's going to bury them. Listen.
Well, I'll tell you what is being done there, Pastor. In the 2025 general election in St. Lucia, their sister party, the St. Lucia Labour Party,
yeah,
they built a hospital. Now, there's a whole story behind the hospital that they built. They went and they rebuilt a old structure, they refurbished it. When the UWP administration had been building a brand new hospital, there are some concerns about the hospital that has been built and so on. But they were going into election, so the focus going into the election became the hospital. So what did the SLP government do? They went and they had an official opening of that hospital. So people went down there and flags wave and people put on the t-shirt and people went down there and everything. What happened?
Right.
You can't say if it's definitely because of that, but the SLP was able to win the election afterwards. For whatever reason, you can't say it's because they opened the hospital, but that was a key point of them campaigning. And we see here in Grenada the NDC trying to follow suit. So they have a main thing to go and take a shovel and stick in the ground and turn some soil and say they're building a hospital. Because the present Prime Minister sees himself as the reincarnation of Maurice Bishop. That's how he sees
Well, of
himself.
course, well, Morris Bishop,
He
can,
believes he believes it. I don't believe it one bit. He afraid and coward.
yeah,
But
yeah.
he sees himself as the reincarnation of Maurice Bishop. And while Maurice at the airport, he's trying to say the hospital. Yeah,
Right.
that's what he's
Well,
trying to say.
happen. Well, I wish Grenadians could experience a good new hospital, but but
Nobody said we
the
don't
state
want
of this the state of this one, the condition right now is kind of pretty okay because we did a lot of work on it. But internally, no medication, people are dying like fowl, and all of that is happening. But that would not save the faces, All the statements that they are making, and we have the clips, it's only because we get in. It's because they don't know who are the real supporters.
Well,
They're gonna bury them.
Let me tell you something though, Pastor. Another thing. What they've resorted to doing now is every time we play a clip, they're saying is AI.
AI?
Yeah, so my challenge to them is simply this. If I, Sheldon Scott, have played on Talking Points, any clip that has manipulated what you said as an NDC government minister or supporter or whatever, if I've played anything on here that has manipulated, that have used AI to make you say things that you have not said, sue me. I wouldn't even file a defense. Sue me. Yeah? If I have done that, sue me and not filing a defense. I promise you. Yeah? But that's what they're running around saying, no, every time you put out something the same is AI. Yeah?
Yeah.
No, that's where
Yes,
we are.
sir.
Mhm.
Anyways,
Thank you very much.
my brother, have a good night. Yes.
All right, my brother.
Bye.
And folks, we have to be very careful. I saw events on the weekend and then some people, I realize some of you, like if you watch it and you start to get a bit quirky. Let me explain something to Grenadians. We saw in the last election campaign, we saw a glitzy campaign by the NDC. Glitzy. Put up your lighter, put up your phone thing. Maurice, we miss you. We saw all sorts of fancy thing for the election campaign. The quality of that did not replicate in their governance. In other words, they dazzle you to get into office. Nice speech. Guys stood up in front of the mirror and practiced. Listen to everything Maurice Bishop say. At least 3 of them did that and tried to practice speaking like Maurice did, practicing his intonation, inflection, everything, to try and seem and song like Maurice as much as possible. Because they understand the love for Maurice Bishop within the collective consciousness of Grenadians, if you understand what I mean. That within the consciousness of Grenadians, even young ones who were, their parents were not even alive when Maurice was around. Those young people are grown with that kind of love for Maurice Bishop. Maurice Bishop. They don't know anything about him. They just hear the name, and that's a man is supposed to like, and they like him. And the Prime Minister is trying to tap into that stream of collective consciousness of Grenadians. Not all Grenadians like Maurice Bishop. Some people hate he guts. But enough like him so that the Prime Minister is trying to tap into that. So from the campaign, they tried to recreate him as the new Maurice. For the way he dresses. Who he go and take picture with. Maurice has a picture with Daniel Ortega and Fidel Castro. He go and he take a picture with the new Cuban president and Daniel Ortega, he in the middle. He's trying to become Maurice Bishop. Maurice have a picture where he's speaking to some nurses. He go and he try to take a picture with him speaking to some nurses. Maurice have a picture with the very famous picture with Maurice fondling with the elder lady, the old lady fondling Maurice beard. He trying to get a picture like that long, but he can't get it proper. He trying all kind of thing, but he can't get that one proper. So he's trying his very best to be the new Maurice Bishop. And we must remember in the context of what we're facing in the Caribbean and what we're facing in the world right now, If you want to play that kind of person, your country is made to pay a particular price. If you know how to balance and how to interact in both worlds, then you're able to, for instance, Dr. the Right Honorable Keith Mitchell could have go in Cuba and talk with Fidel Castro and come out and be called and go to Washington the next week, and they had no problem with him going in Cuba. Because he has enough intelligence, enough wherewithal to be able to deal with both worlds. Yeah? That Grenada could be friends of all and satellites of none. But we have individuals right now that are trying to place us in a particular... For instance, I see some... That's why I play ism, schism earlier. You have to be careful with them ism. Because you see some people attempting a comeback. They get rejected from NNP. They get rejected from NDC. And they're trying something else. And you have to be careful with them ism. You have to be careful with it. If you're in it, you're in it. That's you're right. But know that a vote for anything but the New National Party is a vote for the NDC. Because you think that some of these people who going out there don't know that for a fact they're going to lose. They know that. They're not mentally unstable. I won't give them that. I do not believe that these people are mentally unstable. I believe that they're stable a bit. But they know they're going to lose. They know they don't have that kind of support in a constituency to be able to win. But I've seen that game before. And I've seen that game in other countries. I've seen that game here. In St. John last election, a particular individual was encouraged. I ain't know if they get paid because I know some people does get paid for them kind of thing. But they were encouraged to run. Knowing full well that the votes that they would take would be votes that would have gone to the New National Party. And some people fell for it. And what happened? The NNP lost that seat. So we have to understand the games that some people are playing. They know they can't win. But the aim and the objective is to make sure that the NNP doesn't win. Not that they believe, hey, I could win the seat, you know. They don't believe that. But their aim and objective is that if I could take one vote, that will be the vote that the NNP might get to put them in office. And as such, let me try my best. A lot of stuff is being done not through love of country but spite to NNP. Let me just make that clear. Who like what I say? Who don't like what I say? A lot of things is not being done through love for country. It's being done through spite for the NNP. I could deal with them. I didn't get that. I didn't get this. Deal with them. I don't care if Dr. Mitchell not in chat. I could deal with them. They feel like go win that seat and this seat. Go deal with them. That is the mentality of many of these individuals. So as much as they smile and they grin and they give you the impression that they're all about unity and love for country and so on, don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. I often go back to the 2007 election in Trinidad. I often go back to that election. And the reason I go back to that election is that the third party wasn't able to win a seat. They get over 20% of the vote. They were not able to win a seat. But what they were able to do was to make sure that the then UNC stay in opposition. That's what they were able to do. And I wonder if I could find that here. I could find that. That would be the 2007 elections in Trinidad. Come, open up. Yeah, let me pull that up for you here. If this computer doesn't start doing the dance again. Yeah? So, let me see. Right, this is the one here. And it's simple, you know. Figures is figures. The People's National Movement here, they got, right, 46.01% of the vote, with 2,900 299,813. Right. The UNC got 194,425 and the COP got 148,041. The COP, Congress of the People, were people that left the UNC and went and formed their own party. They got 22.72% of the vote. They fielded 41 candidates. They got 0 seats. 0. Look at here, 0. The United National Congress got 15 and the PNM was able to secure 26 seats. Yeah? So the PNM was able to win. But if the UNC and the COP had worked together, these votes would have transferred into a cocktail for the PNM. And understand, that is what some people are trying to cook up here. There are chefs in the background. They put on the thing already. They put on the apron already. There are chefs in the background trying to cook up the same thing. So understand that when you take your good self on election day and you take a conscious decision to go to the poll and to vote against the new national party, what you are indeed voting for is for a continuation of the sufferation of Grenadian people. You are voting for a continuation of the corruption that is taking place right now. You are voting for a continuance of the inept administration or misadministration of our country. You are voting for Grenada to become the next Haiti or the laughing stock of the Caribbean. The only political party with the track record, the individuals with the wherewithal, who can take Grenada in the proper direction, who can navigate the rough waters that the world is facing right now. You ain't going and see no government minister from the NNP saying, take my visa. And next thing you see, Grenadians end up having to go and pay visa bond. You ain't going and see that with the new national party. It's a disciplined institution, not just a political organization, but an institution with disciplined people and a team that understands the job at hand. A team of people when every one of them you could check them and you could say, well, Teacher Lisa do this in she life, she do that in she life, she achieved this, she was the one that started this thing. Achievement. You could look at young Amanda Japal George and you could say, even as young as she is, she has run a successful business, she's a successful author, she's successful in several other spheres, even in politics at this young age. And you can point to any member of the new National Party team, all 15 and the backup set, and say these are people that have achieved in life. And when you look at the NDC, people that apply for the election, when they go and they do the writ, they come out as unemployed. Their first job is to be IMP. And they have failed miserably at it. And you understand why they were looking to change certain people now. And people say, me, go and run for them. Them joking now. Come on. Me go spoil myself to go and associate myself with that NDC. But you cannot take chances with the upcoming general election. And believe me, it is the upcoming general election because it come in. Every single vote counts. I often make a mistake when I'm talking and I say that in 1972 in St. Patrick East, it wasn't St. Patrick East, it was St. Patrick West. Yeah? Where an individual lost by how much votes? 1 vote. I think I'm joking. Okay, let me show you. 1 vote counts. That is this race here in St. Patrick West between Dr. Wellington Friday and a man by the name of Winston White for St. Patrick West. Yeah? GNP 1,185, GULP 1,184. Who know who was the one person that Winston White upset that day on the way to the polls? Or the one house that he didn't canvass? Or the one person that he decided he might have disrespect and say, well, me and bothering with them, their vote don't count. You see how your vote, my vote, all of us vote count? One vote. And he had to stay for how much years watching Dr. Wellington Friday go into Parliament. He lost by one vote. And he had to stay and watch this man go into Parliament all the time. That is how important your vote is. That is how important it is for you to get registered. If you're not yet registered, your one vote makes a difference. Because if everybody say their one vote, I staying away, I ain't voting this time. If everybody takes that attitude, you know what happens? You get more of the same of what you're getting now. You're getting that we are going to be seeing significant increases in the price of food, a food crisis, an economic crisis. We are going to be seeing that. And our government, patching roads that go in and break apart again as soon as the rain fall, I'm telling you is what's going to happen because I've seen it before. I've seen this game before. They do this before. And it's the same coal mixing. I'm surprised they didn't start to put concrete in some of them again too. It's the same playbook. So they're fixing the roads and you realize the other things that they are doing, they're heading to an election. How many people have you encouraged to go and get registered? How many people can you point to and say, I had a hand in making sure that he get registered or that she got registered? I had a hand in it. How many people do you know right now, as you're listening to this program tonight, how many people do you know who you're not sure on their registration status? You're not sure if they're registered or not. And why is that still so? Why have you procrastinated on that to the point that you have not picked up the voters list or check online and see the voters list and make sure that that person is registered? The people in your family, your nephew, that turned 18 since the year before, and he's still not registered. And every time to go and register is an excuse and a different story because according to the supervisor of election, we waited until the last day. That is what we want to do. We want to wait until the last day when a dark night taking people stand up in the line to go and register. That is what we like. We like them thing day. When we could do what we have to do now and be in a safer position because you're dealing with a group of people who believe get the election victory by any means. Whether they win it outright, they buy it outright, or they thief it outright. And you see the last one? That is what they're aiming at right now. But they can only do that if we are not vigilant. They can only do that if we allow them to do it. The same way we allow them to walk off with the last election, can't blame Dr. Mitchell. We do it. Each of us have to take blame for that. Can't blame Dr. Mitchell and say Dr. Mitchell had caused the last election. No, all of us have to take blame. Whether it is that you talk to your neighbor in a kind of way and you sway your neighbor away from the political party, or you feel we don't need that person vote so I could talk to them how I want, or that you did something that Dr. Mitchell, I even know what it is that happened there. Because you went and do whatever it is and a whole family vexed with you. We gave up the last election. And the only way for NDC to win this election, that is definitely coming, is if we give them the election. But in my case, they have to take it, what is it? From a cold, dead hand, they have to take it. Because I'm going down fighting. We cannot allow ourselves to end up in this same situation again. This labas that we have of non-communication, all of a sudden now they know they have to talk to us. They start to create other program to talk to us now because they realize they need you now. For the last couple of years, while they're getting the big checks going into their account, while they're buying the big ride and the places in Mount Edgemont, that they put it on the sister name. All the time they was doing that, traveling first class, going all over the world, sipping champagne and caviar. While they were doing all that, they didn't come back and talk to you. They said information was on a need-to-know basis. They didn't find it important to have ministers telling you what's going on. But all of a sudden now, when people start to taste the breeze and you realize there's no smoke in it, there's election that coming, is the Inca smelling day. All of a sudden now they know they had to talk to you. I'm watching them with a lizard eye. Folks, that's all the time we have on Talking Points tonight. It's been wonderful being here with you in everything you say. And to do it safe and secure, want to be speaking to you, want to be speaking with you, definitely do not want to only be speaking about you. Mr. Adrian Watts, thank you so very much for representing tonight, man. Yeah, thank you so very much, my brother. Yes, indeed. Folks, that's all the time we have for Talking Points tonight. I am out. Let me just see if I can find a nice one to go there. Ah, boy, I find a nice song. We are out.
This year we celebrate, but liberation is more than just a date. To be totally free, my people, we must be more constructive, more concerned, and a lot more productive. Then we'll be walking freedom road. Yes, we'll be walking freedom road. They don't get our attitude, we must shake off that load. Walking freedom road. Yes, if we walking freedom road. Man, if we walking freedom road, we must produce to progress and must live by that code. We walking freedom road. Oh yes. It's no more massa telling us what to do. We is the casa and the gambler too. In our hands now we hold resources to control skills to nurture and talents to encourage and foster to help us walk in freedom road. Oh yes, we walk in freedom road. The house of self-reliance must be our abode. If we walk in freedom road. Yes, if we walk in freedom road. Man, if we walk in freedom road. Our natural talents and skill, we must let them explode. If we walk in freedom road. Play the music. Woo. By our example, we must convince the young
past the vexes, strive to rock with the best, while in faith and with pride, for whatever we strive, never doubting, but with love and trust while shouting.